Hello and welcome to this beginner's guide series to graphic design. From what graphic design is, skills to be a graphic designer, design theory, education you need, equipment you need, to the graphic design portfolio and interview advice. This series is for anyone at any level, so if you're interested in graphic design and consider becoming a graphic designer, then join me as I discuss a series of graphic design topics. So you're wondering if you want to focus your creative energy into a career in graphic design. In this video, I'm going to discuss 10 key pros and cons of graphic design, being a designer and becoming a designer. Hopefully, this will help you get a good overall understanding. So first, let's talk about some pros. So, number one, it's creative. If you're a person who loves being creative, graphic design is a good career choice for you. On a day-to-day basis, you will be problem solving, coming up with cool, inventive solutions and creating a range of graphics and design ideas. Number two, it's fun. Graphic design can be really hard work, but at the same time, it can be really fun bringing your imagination to life and being creative. Number three, it's challenging. Graphic design is by no means easy. You're pretty much problem solving most of the time. So to produce great work, you will have to push yourself, harness your skills, be resourceful, tackle complex briefs, and be able to produce great results swiftly. Number four, it's educational. To produce original and exciting work, you're going to have to do a lot of research. Often, you will find yourself learning and discovering things you didn't previously know. Getting paid to research and learn. How cool is that? Number five, includes multiple creative disciplines. There is no limit to the techniques you can use to create your work. To name a few: illustration, photography, painting, screen printing, digital art, 3D modeling, paper engineering, the list goes on. One of the great things about graphic design is that it can be diverse and you don't have to be tied to one medium. Number six, something to show for your hard work. So you may spend hours, days or weeks working on a particular project. At the end of it, you will most likely have something to show for it. Over time, you will build a portfolio of work you can show off and be proud of. This will ultimately help you get more work or a better job in future. Number seven, expressive. Design is a discipline. In the industry, you will not always have the freedom to be as creative as you want. However, there will be opportunities, whether you're creating work for yourself or for a client, where you will have creative freedom. On these occasions, you can be really creative with your ideas and create some work that you feel justifies you as a designer, that you can be proud of. Number eight, rewarding. Being a graphic designer can be really hard work, but you really get out what you put in. If you do a great job and your client is happy, that can be really rewarding. You may enter a design competition and win some recognition. That can be really rewarding. If you create a piece of design, like a logo, that gets used to add marketing value to a client and improves their business, that can be really rewarding. Building a great portfolio and getting a new job and earning more revenue, very rewarding. Number nine, collaborative. As a designer, you will be required to work alone, but you may often have to work with other creative professionals as part of a team. It can be a great experience and really rewarding working with other passionate people. Collaboration can lead to amazing work. Everyone sees things differently. When you're bouncing ideas off another designer, some amazing ideas can be generated. Number 10, career prospects. As you mature as a designer, build your experience and reputation, you can move into more senior design roles and look to become maybe an art director or a creative director. You may wish to become freelance and work for yourself, or maybe start your own creative business. In graphic design, there are a lot of opportunities to further your career. So a lot of pros to being a graphic designer there. On a whole, graphic design is a really interesting and fulfilling career to get into. But like any job, it's not all perfect. So now let's talk about some cons to being a graphic designer. So number one, location specific. If you want to become a graphic designer, you will have to accept the prospect of having to move where the industry is, and today that's typically a city. Graphic design is not all commercial work. But a lot of jobs and a lot of well-paid jobs exist in cities. So to get work and start out, you may have to move to where the work is. Number 2, competitive. Graphic design is very fulfilling, creative, and it's fun. You are basically being paid to be creative. Because of that, a lot of people want to do it, which means there is a lot of competition. When starting out and looking for jobs, it can be really tough. You will be up against lots of other candidates, which may often have more experience than you. Number 3, the road is long. A lot of people pursue graphic design, but not everyone becomes a graphic designer or stays a designer. The path to become a successful graphic designer can be a long and expensive one. Unfortunately, today it's not all about talent and skill. It's as much about attitude, discipline, application and determination. Everyone's path is different. Some take longer than others to get to where they want to be. Though if one stays highly motivated, disciplined and applies themselves, they will eventually achieve. The industry is competitive, and one will have to keep learning and building a better portfolio if one wishes to progress and succeed. This may mean having to sacrifice a lot of time to achieve this. Number 4, learning creative software tools. To work in the design industry, you will need to be proficient in essential creative programs. There are lots of software tools out there today, and each one has a steep learning curve. Number 5, finding the right job can be hard. In the industry, finding a job can be tough, but what can be even harder is finding the right job. The job where you will be happy, the job where you will get creative satisfaction, the job where you will potentially develop your career. Some job vacancies can be pretty vague. It is only when you attend an interview you can get a good vibe for the job you are applying for. It can be disheartening attending interviews only to learn it's not right for you. More often than not, until you are working in that role for that agency or company, you will never truly know what your role will be. So finding the right role can be hard, especially when starting out. Number 6, it's a desk job. One of the biggest downsides to graphic design is that most of the time you will be seated at a desk in front of a computer for long hours, so you will need to get that gym membership. Number 7, long hours. Graphic design is commonly not a 9-to-5 job. If you're working on a big project, a pitch, or you're facing a tight deadline, you may be expected to work long hours, even weekends, to get a job done. Now if you're lucky, this may not happen very often, but if you find yourself working for a busy agency, this may be the norm. Number 8, working under pressure. You may not always have as much time as you want to fully research and develop a piece of work, or simply enjoy the job. There will be times when you will have to work to tight deadlines. This can put a lot of pressure on you and be stressful. Number 9, have to do things you do not want and working under others' instructions. Working in the industry, you will not always get the creative freedom you want on a project. Sometimes you may have to take creative direction from someone more senior to you or even the client. This can be very good if the person is willing to collaborate and has great ideas, but can be bad if they do not. Sometimes you may find you don't agree or even like what is asked of you, but still you will have to do it. Number 10, dealing with bad clients. As a designer, dealing with clients can be really rewarding or a bit of a nightmare. They can either let you do what you think is best, work and collaborate with you, or simply try and make you do what they want. And this can be pretty bad if they do not listen to you, have no good ideas, or any grasp of what makes for good design. It can be really tough and a buzzkill having to implement someone else's bad design ideas. More often than not, working with clients can be a really positive experience, but there can be times it can be a nightmare. So there you have it. Those are some pros and cons to being a graphic designer. If you'd like to take a closer look at the list discussed in this video, you can find out more in the description and in the PDF document that accompanies this video series. The download link is in the description. So what do you think? Are you put off or are you inspired? For you current designers, do you have any stories to share of your progress? Be sure to share your comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button on my Facebook page. If you'd like to see more videos like this in future, hit the subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Twitter @TastyTunes. Now, some of you have asked the question, should I do graphic design? And how do I know if it's right for me? So in the next video, I'm going to discuss just that. So see you in the next video.